name is James back with 360 and back. In today's short iGuide tutorial, I want to go over tag placement mode number 3. If you're familiar with the iGuide knowledge base, you can type in iGuide tags and tag editor. However, if you're not familiar with the iGuide knowledge base, I made a video on this previously, which I would highly recommend to go and check out first. So jumping into it, I've already made a couple of previous videos using placement mode number 1 and placement mode number 2. So right now we're going to talk about placement mode number 3. So placement mode number 3 requires you to select the same thing from two different points of view. So what this is saying is that you're going to have two panorama photos of with the same object in view of both of those in order for this to work. Okay. Now, in order for this to work properly, the points of view you choose must be at the same heights. So again, if I'm the one that's taking the 360 panoramas of your listing, everything's going to be the same height. So that's something you don't have to worry about. Now, use this mode for things that aren't near any walls, such as tables, floors, or ceilings. I would also say that you want to use this for anything that's hanging as well. So like light fixtures or chandeliers. Measure placement mode number 3 is going to work the best right there. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing that you want to do after you log into your iGuide editor's account is find the tour that you want to go ahead and edit. There's a couple of different ways to get to the tag editor. The quickest and my favorite is just by clicking this middle one that says tag editor. Go ahead and select that. And it's going to bring you right into your 360 tour. Now, under your quick access panel on all the other ones, you're also going to be able to see the tag editor here on your left. So right now, we are going to go ahead and go to an area that I picked out. So we're going to go to the laundry room. So I want to call out, say, this ceiling fan right here. There's something special about it. I want to point it out to you. So we're going to go ahead and add a tag here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go down to this blue button. And it says create tag. You'll notice that this number 1 is blinking. So go ahead and select on the number 1. And we're going to go over to placement mode 3. Once you have selected placement mode number 3, you have this cool little blimp up here. It says double click the image to begin placing the tag. So what I found it easy is just find like the bottommost point of the image and just select that. That way you have a consistent spot. When you go to the second panel, you need to select the same image again, okay, or the same spot of the image. So we're just going to go ahead and select here. And it's going to give us a little red dot. So if we look back at this little blimp up here, it says switch to another panorama with the visibility of the same point and double check the same point. The camera height above the floor must be the same in both panoramas, which it is. So no problem. So now what we're going to do is go to a different panorama. So we're going to go right here. And we're going to select the same point. I believe this is this bottom one. So go ahead and select this and double click. And now we have our hotspot, our tag. So the very next thing you want to do is see where this tag is going to be visible from. So again, I always say it's good to be visible from two places. If we're in the kitchen, I really don't want to see what the fan in the mudroom is going to look like. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just double click on the panorama in the kitchen and disable that. So disable by double clicking, you can kind of see the little red circle around it saying that this panorama is disabled. I want to do the same thing from the far side of the mudroom. Because again, if I'm all the way over here, I've probably already seen this pano and don't really care to see that tag anymore. Again, it's really good to make sure that the tag is just visually pleasing. So we'll just go ahead and double click on that. And now that's disabled. So now that just leaves us two panos that we can view this tag at. I highly recommend always having at least two panos with the tag on there, just in case the viewer misses the first time, they get a second chance to see it. Also, make sure that you don't have any other panos highlighted over here that's in green that might show it up. Sometimes it will pass through walls and stuff like that, and it just doesn't look good. So now that we have done that, we'll go back to our pano. We'll look at it. Here we go. Now we have it set. So now what we can do is go ahead and edit this tag. So we have 3 buttons. We got the tag. We also have the toggle visibility and the remove the tag. So we're just going to go ahead and hit the tag editor. Here at the very top, we can just go ahead and enter the tag title here. So we can just put fan/light. That doesn't really matter. So under this, we have 3 different tabs here. We have a content, an options, and a quick preview. Right now, we're just going to concentrate on the content. So below that, we have a bold, italicized, or a heading. So if you want to, you can just hit heading, and we can put, so that's going to be our heading. So then we can hit enter. So now we can look at these other 3 options. So we have a unordered list, an ordered list, and a quotation list or quotes list, or excuse me, just a quotes area. The unordered list is just a list. It's just going to have bullet points. The ordered list is going to have numbers on it, and the quotes are just quotes. When we look at this second section or this third section, we're going to have a area to add URL and links. We're going to have an area to add images, an area to add videos, and an area to link panos. So let's go over the first one, which is the URL and links. We'll go ahead and what you would use this for is like, say that you bought this at the Home Depot or Lowe's or anything else, and you want to link it to the website, to the actual model. So all you do is just go up to the website itself and say that that was the fan. At the very top of the web address bar, just go ahead and double click on that. Make sure everything is highlighted in blue. It is important that everything is highlighted. Because if it's not, it's going to be a broken link and it will not work. So just go ahead and right click on that, go down to copy, go back to my iGuides, click on the link, and then here you're just going to do Control V. Now, Control V or delete this, make sure that you don't double up on the http://, otherwise it's going to be considered a broken link and it will not work. So if it's blue, then it's just automatically going to go away. So there you go, just going to push OK. Now it says enter link description here. So now we can just type in Home Depot website. And there you go. If we want to take a look, see what it looks like, we can just go over to quick preview. And there's our link here. Don't worry, we'll go ahead and open up all these links at the end of the video just to show you that everything's working. Let's go back to content. So once we've done that, say that you also want to add the energy guide to that. So all you have to do is just find the energy guide to the website and just go ahead and highlight everything, right click, copy, go back to it, hit on the URL link, make sure this is blue. Then you're just going to do Control V, which is paste, push OK. Link description, you could put, so then again, we can go back to quick preview, is energy PDF, then click on that and it brings them right to here. So let's go over adding a photo. So say that you've already added a whole bunch of photos and they have a photo of the fan. You just click on that and say insert to gallery. However, I don't have any good pictures of the fan in the that space. I mean, I kind of got like that one there, but it's not really that great. So what we're going to do is we're going to find an image offline or online. So what we're going to need to do is go over to ceiling fans, go to your images, find an image of the ceiling fan. So let's see. I don't know, click on this one, I guess. We're going to right click. We're going to say open image as a new tab. Okay. Then it brings us the image right here. So once we have this, we're just going to go ahead and copy this address bar, make sure everything's blue, right click, copy, go back to your iGuide, type right there, Control V, which is paste, then insert URL. Now it's inserted. We can go back to quick preview. And look, there's a picture of our fan. Didn't have one before, but now we got one. Great. So let's talk about entering. You can also enter like the image title, fan in mudroom. So there you go. So now you got your image added. So now go ahead and add a YouTube video. So say that you want to show people how to maintain your ceiling fans. So you bring up the YouTube video that you want them to watch. So say that you made your own YouTube video, link it there. Just go ahead and copy this whole URL, copy there, make sure it's all there. Then go to the video section, click on that, Control V, then hit OK. Now you got this little blue tab. Make sure you type in, how to care for your new fan, right? You want to check it out. Again, go to quick preview, scroll down, and there you go. There's YouTube video. We'll go back to content. Let's talk about linking panos. So say that, this fan is very similar to another fan, another iGuide. You can link it to that iGuide. It's going to be basically done the same way, or say that you just want to, link it to this particular area. You can. So what you do is you go down here to where it says apply at the bottom. This is going to pretty much save all the changes temporarily to right here. It is not necessarily saved yet until you hit the save button. Always hit the blue save button. All right, so we want to link this pano looking up here. So what we're going to do is hit this share icon. It's going to bring you to the start page. It's going to say default. Make sure that this little blue check mark is here and it says use current 3D view. That's what we want to do. Right here is going to copy to your clipboard. When you click on it, it's going to give you a confirmation it's copied. You're going to go back to your edit tag content. Then once you clicked on that, go back to your panel link, select that. Here it's also going to be instructions on how to do it. So just go ahead and click this address bar, Control B, which is paste, insert. Okay, so now that we've added all of our information, all the photos, all the links to the websites, the YouTube videos, everything, now we go to our options. Now in our options, we have the option to embed a URL. So basically embedding a website inside of this tag. Now, this really won't work if you're using like Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those big name brand places. They generally don't like their website inside of another website. Okay. However, you can use your own website, or you can use like smaller company websites like a floral shop or even like a lampshade shop or whatever. You can embed their website in there too if you want to. Now, when you do this, no other content will be displayed in there. So everything that we just did will not show up if we decided to embed a website in there. Now, you should not be using this to embed videos. Okay, so that won't work either. So another important thing to notice is that hotspot previews does not take the distance of the tag into account. This will just give you a general idea. You might have to go back and tweak it once you get done. So just keep that in mind too. So as far as the tag hotspots, you have a transparent, you have an opaque one. You've made all this trouble to showcase an item. For me, it's always best to kind of go opaque. Unless you're trying to show something that's going to be kind of covering that item a little bit, then maybe the transparent one, but it's really, again, up to you. For me, I want, people to really see what I just did. Here you got the tag color. So you can choose any of these primary colors, or you can choose a custom color. So say that you want to do a custom color, say it's, that color shade, maybe it made it a little darker, maybe like that. I don't know. So you have all those options there. Here is how visible it's going to be. So invisible, all the way visible. So just go ahead, and for me, I just leave it at 100% because I want people to see it. The stem height. The stem is basically what's connecting the object to the tag itself. So if you have something that's hanging, you want to go and you want to use negative. What this is going to do is it's going to drop down so that it's going to be in the view of anybody, using the 360 tour. If you go high, it's going to reverse that. So basically it's going to make it taller. For instance, we're going to be using this fan. So we want to drop it down. Now we'll drop it down, 16 inches. We'll see how that looks. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and hit apply. And we'll go ahead and close this out right there. And now when we were looking at it, at first we didn't see that because it was so tall up here. but now it's in our view. Like, oh, what's this? And then they hover over it. They're like, oh, it's a great fan for the room. Oh, there's a picture of it. Oh, it's a how-to guide. And we're supposed to enter the panel link information right there, but that's okay. So yeah, that's what the stem does. It's just going to kind of give a great call out. And again, if we go over here, we can see it right here. But again, if we go all the way out, it does not obstruct our view. That's what we don't want, is any kind of obstructions. So now that we know it's here, say that we want to go to the Home Depot website, we'll just click on that link. And there it goes. It brings us right to our beautiful fan. Go back to like, oh, let's see what kind of energy rating this fan has. And there it goes. It tells us. And then we can scroll down and there's a YouTube video. We can click on that and make sure that we stay. Or you just leave it that same size. So yeah, it's right there. Now, anytime that you need to edit any of this, it's going to be super easy. Just make sure you hit save. Say you go to wherever, go back to your tag editor. Here you can basically edit everything you want. Also notice, like I said, I got different colors for different tags in different areas. That way it's quick for people to view that. So let's go back to this fan. Let's edit this. Enter pan tag right here. So we're just going to put fan. Then we'll hit apply. And once we did that, make sure we hit save. There it is, it's saved. I'm going to go back and check out the preview. Now we're actually in it. So once you're in the preview section, you got this little blue tag, show tag list. Go ahead and click on that. And we got 3 different areas where tags are. You can also search by title, color, or content. So for instance, we want to find one that says heater. You can see how it just brought up just any words with heater in it. We type in, I don't know, light. So it's going to bring up the lights at first, so on and so forth. So now we can go back and we just click on fan and light. It's going to bring us right to it. It's going to bring us up to the section we want to see and all the information. You can also expand this. When you do expand it, it's not going to show you the YouTube video, so just be in mind of that. You can just click on fan and motor room. It brings you back to that panel. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send me an email.